Hello and welcome back to Shaded Reality. We are doing The Valley. I am doing Season 2, Episode 4, The Circle of Strife. I don't know what strife means. I should have looked it up. Do you know what strife means, Marie? Can you hear me, Marie?
I cannot hear, like, you are breaking up so bad. Strife? Oh, strife means, like, having, like, a fight. Like, having, issues. Like, having,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me fine? Because you're, like, breaking up a lot.
So it was like that through our last episode also. Like, it was
so
laggy on my end. That's why I just didn't really talk a whole lot.
It's so weird
it's
because
annoying.
they turn out fine.
Yeah. I know. I'm hoping so. So
I don't know why it does it. It's frustrating.
Unless you have something to say, I can kind of get right into it.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So it starts with them skipping. Okay, I'll get started. So it skips from person to person talking about they're talking about the Santa Barbara trip. First, so it shows Jesse and he's getting ready, packing his bag, and he asks Isabella, "What shoe should I choose to take with me for sampling wine?" And she walks over and picks up these yellow loafers with flowers all over them. Then it goes to Michelle having lunch with her boyfriend and talking about the trip. And, he's just saying, like, well, do you even really want to go? And she wants to go. But he's, like, not giving in on his end that he wants to go. Like, well, he doesn't want to go. And then it shows Zack and Kristen having lunch, and Zack thinks this trip is going to be an insane shit show and that Janet is going to try and attack him the entire time. Then it goes to Nia and Danny, and they're talking about, not having kids on this trip and that Nia will be ovulating, and Danny's like, I don't even want to discuss this right now. Like, he's excited that the kids aren't going to be there so he can get it in. But Nia's like, yes, I'll be ovulating. And he's like, we're not talking about that. So then it goes right to everyone meeting up for the wine trip. And Jesse has this awful button-up shirt one that it's short sleeve.
Yeah.
There's grapes with a vine on the shoulder, and then I didn't realize, but then there's also these, like, pockets down at the bottom that have another set of grapes hanging, like, out of this pocket.
It's his wine shirt. What don't you understand?
It's so bad. And it's, like, unbuttoned halfway down his chest. So Skylar has this shirt that he loves. He hasn't worn it in a while, but it was, like, the one year we went out to the casino for New Year's Eve, and we're all dressed up. Like, all of us girls are wearing, like, black, and the guys are wearing, like, dress pants, a dress shirt. Skylar brings this stupid ass shirt. It has little, like, grizzly bears all over it. Like, not a shirt to wear out to the casino for New Year's Eve. And he just thought this shirt was the freaking best, and it drove me insane. I was just like, that is not, but I didn't care enough to have him change, but I hated that shirt. So then everyone is piling into these big SUVs, and Jesse, Kristen, and Luke crawl into Jesse's small BMW that sits so low to the ground. There's not even like a back door to open. Like, she has to crawl in from the front to get into the back, and she's like laying down in the back seat the entire ride. I would be like, hell no.
I noticed her laying down. Yeah, the whole trip.
It was just, I think so small, like short even. Like if she would have sat up in the back, I think her head would have actually hit the ceiling. But it just looks so uncomfortable.
Really?
Like
I don't know why she was laying down.
I don't know. Third row seating, like in my car, and I refuse to ever get in that third row seat. Like it gives me claustrophobia. Like I get claustrophobia. Yeah. I can't do it. That's for the kids. Jasmine is driving with Zach, Nia, and Danny. They're in one vehicle, and Jasmine brought Benji on the trip. She made this like little cutout of Benji and glued him to a stick, and then Zach has him through this entire episode, you know, pretending that he's there on this little freaking stick. Janet, Brittany, Michelle, and Jason are in another vehicle, and Brittany is getting non-stop messages from Jax. One, why would anyone, and this is what I said, why would anyone be allowed to have a personal phone on them when they're in rehab? Like, I feel like when you walk through that door, that cell phone should be taken. You know, I'm sure they get, they get so much, you know, like talking time, but it would probably be like either in the morning or in the evening, like after all their therapy is over. It just blows my mind. I said, I guess when you pay $30,000 for rehab, you get to do whatever you want. I don't know. There's no rules there. Also, I know
it's a lot, though.
Yeah. You know, like, why doesn't she just block him? And I know, like, multiple people said to her, just block him. But you know that the producers, I'm sure, want her to interact with him, and it's, like, good for TV kind of thing. So I'm sure in the per contract, she's probably not allowed to block him. Brittany does say that Jax has therapy all day, but throughout the day he has these like 15-minute breaks in between sessions. So that's when he'll rage text her, like just constant texting. Jesse, Luke, and Kristen, they arrive at the house first, and it's gorgeous. Everyone else show up like a little bit later.
It is nice.
And Jesse has these like white flags that he's holding, and he tells everyone to leave the drama at the door.
So dumb.
And I'm like, okay, Jesse, you're the fucking drama. Like, he is the one, I feel like, half the time causing all these issues, but he's telling everyone leave the drama at the door. He hands everyone one of these flags, and Michelle refuses to take one, which I was like, I wouldn't have taken one from him either. I would have been like, fuck you. Take your white flag and shove it up your ass. No. So he says that this house is a 7-bedroom, 8-bathroom on a cliff overlooking the Pacific Ocean, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Which they're only there for an overnight. I would have wanted to stay. Wow, who knows how much that.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was just an overnight trip.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how far Santa Barbara is from like LA.
I don't know. I wanted to know that too because I was wondering how long Kristen had to sit in that backseat of his car. Jesse tells everyone that he already drank 2 bottles of Prosecco, and that I don't know if I'm saying that right. I know what that drink is because I like it.
Yeah, Prosecco. That's right.
Prosecco? Okay. And that they all needed to catch up with him. They all go inside to get ready to go race car driving. And Jesse tells Danny to change his black on black outfit. Danny is by far the worst dressed person in this group. Which is surprising to me because Nia always looks so cute.
Yeah.
But he always looks... I don't know, sloppy, not put together, wears those like weird pants. I'm not into his style. Everyone has on a thing just popped up that says or something about trying to reconnect. I hope that this is okay. Everyone has on these super cute racing outfits, like the ones that like
it's like NASCAR. Real bad. Like, I literally can barely understand you. It's probably, like, prime time for people to be on the internet and stuff.
Well, let's hope it works out. So they all have on these like super cute racing outfits, like the ones that the NASCAR drivers wear. And Janet says that she's never been to a NASCAR race, that she's white trash, but not that white trash. I have been to a NASCAR race years ago that I went with my husband, and I thought it was actually awful. It was like 100 degrees outside. I was sweating my ass off, and it was so loud. Like, you can't actually talk. So you're just sitting there in this blazing heat watching cars go around a circle. It's not a good time. So Skylar and Harlow like to watch NASCAR races, and they say that they're going to go on, or he's going to take her to one, but I was like, I will stay at home for that. All of the girls look super hot in their racing outfits. Then Jesse comes out with his on. And
they do.
He has his zipped halfway down with his chest out. And I was just like, gross. Like, that is cringe. They arrive at the track, and Jesse comes walking out with his freaking shirt off. And Brittany says that it gives her the ick a little bit, which I totally agree. Luke tells him,
I agree.
I didn't realize how little your nipples were. And they zoom in, and holy shit, like, he does have the tiniest little nipples. And Danny's like, are they always hard? And Jesse's like, yeah, they are. It's like, what the fuck? So weird. So I was also surprised, as I think everyone else was, that they're driving remote control cars, like not actually getting in a race car and driving.
Yes.
And
I think they all thought they were racing each other.
Yes. That's what I assumed. And they're like dressing up in these outfits, and they get there and it's like remote control cars. I said I would have been disappointed if I would have showed up. But then I also, like, Jesse set this up, and I'm like, he's such a little bitch. I can't see him actually driving in a race car. Like, he'd get his shirt dirty. Like, we can't have that. So I said, we go to Ocean City, Maryland every year because Skylar and Jersey love racing cars at this place. It's Jolly Rogers. Like, I am to the point where I would love to go to a different beach, but we go there every year because they love go-kart racing. And I started doing it with them a couple years ago because it's super expensive, like $100 a person. Like, it's very expensive. But I would usually take like Harlow and we would go and do something else. Yes, it's crazy. But then 2 years ago, we let Harlow drive them herself for the very first time, and she did so good. But I get so nervous because there's like younger people and even just like older people that are just fucking assholes. Like, they drive like maniacs, and they'll just like slam into the back of you, which you're not supposed to hit anyone. It's not like that. Like, these cars go really fast. So then when you come in, you need to slow down, and you just like hold on because there's always that one person that's like doesn't put their fucking foot on the brake. I don't know. And I got slammed so hard. I didn't say anything. It happened to me 2 different times. I got out and I flipped on this one guy. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there is a brake. Put your fucking foot on the brake. Or like, people will like run into you. So I'm always so afraid that like Harlow's like so little and she's going to get hurt. But it is fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's not like bumper cars, you know?
Right. No, yeah, that's not the point. And people are like dicks. Like, they go way too hard. Like, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to get in front of you. And I'm just like, just trying to like hold on. Like, they make fun of me because they're like, here comes mom. I hold on so tight. I leave like marks in my hands from my nails. And Jersey says, I'm like, teeth out. And I'm just like trying to like make it through. I'm like, you're such a dick. Here comes mom with her teeth out. That's what
I am so nostalgic for that beach. Like, I I am going there this summer. I don't care what it takes. Like, I need to take my kids to that beach. Like, I am so excited because we grew up going there. And, like, I haven't been. I went that one year when Summer was a newborn, but that was it.
That was forever ago. We go every year, but we didn't go this past year because of the fucking puppies. We had to cancel our trip. I was so pissed. I'm like, we're going for a solid week this year. So maybe we can plan it around and we can, like, all go together. So, where are we at here? Kristen tells her...
Yeah, we're definitely going. I don't know when, but I am going. I don't care.
Yeah. Jax keeps texting Brittany, and Janet told her to block him. Then Kristen tells her that he's been messaging her all day and was saying how much he loves it there and he's doing so good. Brittany then shows Kristen the messages that he's been sending her, and it's the complete opposite. Telling her that she ruined his life, that he hates it there. Why hasn't she sent him care packages yet or tried to come and visit him? And Brittany's like, it's been 3 days.
He's been there for like 2 days.
Slow your roll. Right. Plus, I'm pretty sure when you're in a rehab facility, you can't have visitors. I wouldn't. It's a 30 days. That's for you to, like, take your time to, like, get the therapy and all the things that you need. No distractions. I'm pretty positive you can't visit somebody there. Maybe if they're there for, like, I don't know, an extended period of time, it's different. But
yeah, a long one. Days. Right. Yeah.
He is doing this because he knows that they're all on this trip and he feels left out. So they start racing and Zack is in the middle of the track with this black umbrella shading himself from the sun, and he's in charge of flipping the cars back over when they crash, which I think is so funny because in the beginning they're like, someone needs to be standing out there, you know, when they crash or flip over and put him back up. He's like, not me. And then you see he's the one out there doing the dirty work.
He's the one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first race, Luke got first, Nia second, Melissa third. Second race was Danny first, Zack second, Jason third. And then the final race was Danny first, Zack second, Jason third. But this I did not understand. Mid-race, Jesse grabs Luke's car, takes it off the track for literally no reason. And I was like, at first I thought he was like trying to like take Michelle's. But then she wasn't even racing at that point. Luke took that.
I would have been pissed
really well.
If like, if I was racing and like doing well or whatever and he just grabbed my car, I would have lost it.
Yeah. And for sure, 100%, like Luke would have won. And he's like, oh, I was just robbed. And then just kind of like you could tell how upset he was because he got quiet. He did not say a word. But I don't know if like Jesse was drinking a lot that day. So I don't know why he chose and picked. I don't know if he was just like picking up somebody's and it just happened to be Luke's and he was being a dick. Like, I don't know. But that was weird.
Maybe.
Brittany gets a message that TMZ has a post out that Jax Taylor is in rehab, and she tells everyone, please don't say anything to him, and then asks, you know, who told him that we were even going on this trip? And Jesse says, I told him. I talk to Jax every day. Like it was, you know what I mean? And I'm like, every day? Like, he's been in rehab for 3 days. Like, what do you mean? And it's like, the thing is, I don't even understand why he's messaging all these people. So then Jesse comes over and approaches Brittany and Janet and asks them why they are social bullying his friend and why Janet is asking people to block this girl. And Janet said that she didn't tell anyone to block her. She just blocked her and told Jason to block her. And she's like, I don't have an issue with this girl at all. And I wanted to be like, nobody had a problem with this girl until she is the one who started the shit, saying that she was going to sue Michelle or whatever. Then Brittany says that she didn't have a problem with her at all, that she seemed really nice, but the fact that she's sending Michelle letters and Jesse allowing that is disgusting to her, which is agreed. Like, why would Jesse even say that was okay? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, go ahead, send her a letter that you're going to sue her if your name's in her mouth, whatever. Jesse says that him and this girl are currently not together, and Janet says, then why the hell do you even care? Exactly. If you guys aren't seeing each other, then why are you bringing her up? Why are you discussing her? Jesse tells Janet to not manipulate the situation and that she needs to stop playing a fucking game with him, and she is not suited to play this game. Janet is sticking up for Michelle, saying, this girl shouldn't be talking legal stuff. And then Jesse says that Michelle shouldn't have been... Oh, Jesse then says, well, Michelle shouldn't have been cheating on him for 2 years, but she did. Janet snaps back and says, if I was married to you, I would cheat on you too. I, in that moment, was waiting for Jason to say something, and he did not say a word. He was like silent, which I think he knew better not to say anything to Janet.
No.
Everyone gets back to the house, and they're going to grill, and Jesse brought a case of that Prosecco, and they're there 2 nights, not 1 night. They're there for 2. Nia and Danny are in the bedroom. This part was cringe also. And he's like, how does it feel watching me win today? Nia's like, you're incredible. And Danny chimes in and is like, I'm amazing, aren't I? Nia says, I'm so proud of you, babe, and so impressed. I know they were joking, but it was so weird. And I was like, I guarantee you, he makes her talk like that in the bedroom to him. Like, tell me how wonderful I am. No.
Yes. Yeah. And the fact that he had said to Jasmine when he was drunk, get daddy something, he probably likes that in the bedroom too.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. That is so gross.
I think that's so weird. It's so weird. We don't kink shame here, but it's still weird.
No kink shame. Like, no, to each their own. Like, I don't give a shit. I think it's funny, but
go for it.
Personally, could never get off by someone.
If I was
saying,
ever with a guy and they're like, call me daddy, I'd be like, no. I could never. I would die. I would laugh so hard in their face.
I would just start laughing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So everyone is cooking, and Zach asked Janet to go outside and talk. So they go outside and sit, and Zach is like, we need to figure this out. You know, we had a really good day, and Janet is like, I know. Then Zach said, but it's not just me. And Janet laughs and is like, yes, it is. And I'm like, Janet, are you freaking cuckoo? It's not just Zach. She is the issue also. So then Janet tells Zach that after Jax's bar opening, Brittany called Janet and told her that she needed to talk to her. Brittany told Janet how they had to kick Zach, I guess, out of the bar that night because he drank so much and got blackout drunk, whatever, and then told her all of the things that he was saying about Janet. What the fuck, Brittany? Who does this? Zack in confession says, yes, I was blackout, but I was having a private conversation with my best friend. He said that she actively took Janet's side, and he sees that as a betrayal, which I agree. She should have never said anything to Janet.
Me too.
Like, we have all been in those situations that to your best friend, you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want about somebody and them never repeat it. That was fucked up on Brittany's part. Like, I would be so pissed if I was Zack. In the end, Janet and Zack says, you know, like, they apologize to each other and they're like, let's move forward and just have a good weekend. Then, so Kristen is holding this healing circle after dinner and invited this spiritual woman to come and have this, like, kumbaya circle thing. So she's out there, like, setting this all up while everyone's still, like, getting ready and making dinner. Kristen and Luke have a brief moment in the bedroom, and she's frustrated because when she thought she was supposed to be ovulating, the test showed something different, and she's just, like, upset about the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think she was supposed to be ovulating on this trip, and they were planning on, you know, like, getting it in. And then Nia comes in and, like, is like, I'm so sorry. Like, she sits down and, like, comforts her and talks to her. And again, like, I know you talked about this in your episode, and I've never done the ovulation thing, so I have no idea. But that has to be insanely frustrating.
Yeah.
Zack is in Brittany's bedroom, and he's crying. Like, you can hear him crying through the door, and Brittany walks in and she's like, why are you crying? I thought, you know, everything went good with you and Janet. He tells her how Janet told him that, you know, she took her to lunch and told her everything that Zack said to Brittany in confidence. Brittany's like, well, maybe I shouldn't have told her, but if she said the things like you said about her to him, I would tell you. And Zack's like, I don't think that you would have. And I agree. I don't think that Brittany, if it was the roles were reversed and Janet was talking shit on Zack, I don't know if Brittany would go to Zack and tell him. Zack says, clearly Brittany knew that everything that I said about Janet was plastered? I don't know what that word is. I'm not sure what I wrote there. Was something, and said it, and he said it 100% out of frustration. Like, he didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Like, he was just, like, in the moment and was venting to his friend. Brittany and Zack hug, and he has his head buried right in her titties. And she's like, oh my God, I just put your head right in my boobs. And he's like, that's where I wanted them to be. It's my comfort. And I was like, or that comforts me. And then he's like, kinda. So then everyone goes outside with Willa, the spiritual guide. Brittany says to Michelle, I'm not good at this stuff. I might laugh inappropriately. And this is me. I could never take this shit seriously. Especially, like, if I was sitting with a group of my friends and they're talking, like, I don't know, this spiritual shit, like, I would probably look at someone and just start busting up laughing. So she asks them to take chunks of the earth magic. Then the camera shows Brittany turning her head and laughing. And then I was like, I could never sit next to her. So she wants them to take a piece of, like, it's like flowers and all the earth magic or whatever the hell she called it, and place it in the center of the ground. And she wants them to say what they are calling in and what they will be releasing. So surprisingly, Brittany goes first, which she probably just wants to get up and like get it over with, so she's not laughing. She said she's releasing hatred and resentment, accepting happiness, and getting back her sparkle. Michelle releases stress and anxiety, accepting a new life with happiness and love. Jesse is crying and says, I'm going to pass. Jason releasing insecurity, accepting confidence. Janet releases anxiety and accepts new beginnings. Nia says, I'm calling in peace and love. Now, she could have said other things, but that's just what they had on the recording. Danny says, releasing pride and accepting joy. Jasmine is releasing fear. And then Luke gave a short speech about having them all as his family, which he got very emotional about it. And I know there was probably more to it, but he didn't actually release or accept anything. He was just saying that him being there, and having all of them, that they're his family. So they all stand and look at the mandala, that's what it's called, that they created with the flowers. And then she asks if anyone would like to share something. And I thought this was nice on Jason's part. Like, he speaks up and it just asks for everyone, to put energy towards Jax to help him stick with his rehab and help him with his journey to become a better father and a better husband. And Brittany gets a little emotional, and she's like, that's so kind of you, to say that. Like, I was scared to say something because she's like, I'm afraid I'm going to start crying. It then goes to a recorded video of Jax telling everyone that he feels alone and neglected. And when he got married, it was sickness and health. And right now he is sick. And he has a lot of demons inside of him. And I was just like, pretty much he has FOMO.
Oh my God, this guy.
Fear of missing out on things. And that's the whole reason why. Yeah. I was like, you are so ridiculous. Again, let's put this all on Brittany, because that's what he always fucking does. Danny says goodbye 100%. To everyone. Yeah. Because he has a gig in the morning, and then he's coming back the next day. Kristen and Luke, they have this, they call it the gratitude ball. And they all want to pass it around and have everyone say, one thing that they're grateful for. So he throws it to Brittany, and Brittany says that she is so thankful for her son and everyone. Then she throws it to Jesse. Jesse starts crying and says, I am in a toxic situation right now, and the fact that Isabella is thriving is amazing, so I am so grateful for that. Then with a stone cold face, tears gone, he says to Michelle and throws her the ball, or looks at Michelle, throws her the ball, and almost bitch, beat that. You know what I mean? I just put those tears on.
Yep. 100%.
I brought our daughter up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's just like, Michelle, which they did state in the beginning, do not throw it to a significant other. And then he did that anyway.
Oh, did they? I missed that. Okay.
It was either Luke or Kristen said, but just don't throw it to your partner. Which I guess technically they're not partners, but come on.
They're not, but
yeah. So then he calls out Zack and says, hey, Zack, how about you don't roll your eyes at Michelle like you did with me? Zack says, I wouldn't roll my eyes at her, just with you.
Yeah.
And it was like what the fuck was that about? I think we were all rolling our eyes at you, Jesse, because that was so fucking fake. You can't cry and have people feel for a moment, I was like, oh, this guy. And then that fast, you look at Michelle and you're like, your turn, Michelle. Beat that bitch. Michelle says, like, let me think about this for a moment because it's been a very long time. It goes back through all of, like, the happy times with her and Jesse and all their pictures, like, that they've taken together. And then it shows, all the, like, their therapy sessions and her saying, she hasn't been happy for a very long time. Michelle says, a great moment was when we were deciding to have a child together. She gets, very upset.
I like
Jesse
that.
has his head, like, buried down between his legs, and then he ends up getting up and walks away. And then Jesse in confession says, all things come to an end. Jason goes to Jesse's room. So Jesse is in his room naked with these nasty, saggy underwear on that look dirty.
Yes.
Yeah. It was so bad. I'm like, you need to get new underwear because that is not working.
Yeah.
And then poor Jason, he's like, are you okay, man? And he's like, no. And then he's like, you need to get out. He's like, I'm done with this shit and get the fuck out. Which I don't know if he was talking to the cameraman or if he was talking to Jason in that instant. But I was just like, you're an asshole. And then that was the end. I feel like I really
what was so bad
through
because
that.
she had you did, but I couldn't like have a conversation with you because I literally could not understand half of what you said. So I'm hoping it all uploads perfectly, but it would like
I hope so too.
Almost freeze and all of a sudden catch up and be like and like catch up with what you were saying. And so like I just sat here and stared at myself and was like, do I look pretty? Can I make my skin look better? Look at me. Like, that's all I did the whole episode. So
I thought you looked really close to the camera, but
I was just staring at myself and doing things like pulling my skin back so I didn't have a wrinkle. Like, I was just trying to entertain myself. God. And every once in a while I could be like, because something would pop through. But yeah. I don't know. Like, your thing says it's only 49% uploaded right now. Like, your internet is not okay at the moment.
Yeah, definitely on my end.
So I don't know what's going on.
I wonder what's going on.
Is everyone at home? Maybe everyone is just like on something.
Probably.
Like on their phones, on the TV, that's probably all it is. And my house is empty right now, so that's why. And it's prime time. Like, everybody's at home right now. Yeah. Probably watching things. But anyway, it was a good episode. I just saw terrible news. I know we didn't, like, talk a lot in the beginning, but we have, we did a pretty quick episode. Snooki just got diagnosed with cervical cancer. How sad is that?
That is
I saw it on my phone. Like, it popped up. Yeah, I feel so bad for her. So hopefully that's not like, it's like all over Instagram right now. Oh God. I hope that like everything works out for her. Yeah. I mean, I think that it says stage 1. So I think that's like a very curable one. And I think she had all the kids she wants to have and everything. So I'm assuming she'll probably get like a hysterectomy. And kind of be done with it. Because, like, we've had family members that have had cervical cancer. So, gosh. And they've had hysterectomies.
Scary, awful.
Our grandma did, and our aunt has. Yeah. So, all our had, thoughts and prayers are with Snooki.
Bad. Yes. I had a client today, now that you brought that up. She was telling me how she's getting an IUD put in, and that supposedly now they're saying that prevents cervical cancer.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I I don't know. I never heard of that, but I refuse to get an IUD. I had an appointment.
Yeah, I never got one.
After Harlow, and then like I heard all these crazy things that it like attached to their uterus and that this and that, and no. I am not proactive with birth control. I don't like it. I think it fucks with our
you
bodies.
Are not.
No. I hate birth control. I never felt good on it. I always felt awful.
No.
And I mean, I have not been on birth control in years, and I will never get on birth control again. Ever.
Me either. I started when I was 16 and did not realize that my anxiety through my entire adulthood was tied to birth control. And I was very upset when I figured that out because I have not had my anxiety attacks since I stopped birth control 9 years ago. So, yeah, that was kind of like a sad revelation to realize, oh my God, I was putting these hormones in my body and it was what caused my mental illness for like 15 years. But, you know, it is what it is.
I just always felt just not right. Like I never felt good. So, yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for what's that?
Oh, nothing else.
Oh, okay. Thanks for listening. I hope everyone has a happy Thursday. Please follow us on social media. We're at Shaded Reality Pod. Please like and subscribe on your podcast apps. Review us, download us, all of those things. I think Apple and Spotify are the best for rating and downloads. To help us like get off the charts, but wherever you listen, a listen is a listen. And yeah, have a happy Thursday. I don't really have anything else to say. So bye.
Happy Thursday. Bye.